Silver and gold had a panic freak out yesterday and a bit of a nothing day today, but what's coming next? Are you ready? Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, are you ready for what is coming next out of silver and gold? I'm going to share with you what I believe what's coming next and why I believe we are on the brink of... I'll leave that for just a moment. Anyway, guys, this is John Howell here. Hope you guys are doing well. Right now, guys, we are on the brink of some really exciting moves, I believe, across all the markets. Silver, gold, mining stocks, you know, stock market, and so on and so forth. So we are getting on the brink of something really amazing, I truly believe. And I'm going to get to that as well in this video. Guys, very first thing in the description, my Master Trader Lab, 95% off. You know, there's over 10 hours, foundations, top chart reading techniques, 4 trading systems, mindset, you name it. 95% off, guys. Ends real soon. So click on that link in the description and go get access to that 95% off. Plus you also get a money back guarantee as well too. So if you don't like it, you can get your money back. That's just go get the help you need, okay guys? I promise you, you will learn more in the next 6 months than you have in the last 6 years with the Master Trader Lab. Link in the description. With silver and gold, guys, it's really exciting. So we had a bit of a crash yesterday and everything's happening right now and everything's going on and, you know, really interesting stuff happening with gold. So, but what's coming next, and are you ready for what I believe is coming next? Now, what do I mean by that? Looking at gold right now, most people are freaked out or either got out or did a whole bunch of really interesting stuff with the markets, all right? Meaning they either got freaked out or so on and so forth. Now, I want you to think about, I want you to think about the way that cycles of big bull markets work. Cycles of big bull markets. Let me actually bring you back to this time here. Where are we? Right here. Right? Look what happened here. This was back at when? This was back at the start of this. This was actually the start of this year. March 2020. Look what happened. Right? Down how much? 15%. Gold was down 15%. Oh my goodness, 15%. Oh my goodness, that's all over. Right? But as you know, we're in a big booming market. 15% down in gold. But look what eventually happened moving forward. Now, yes, it takes time for it to retrace that 15% and make new highs and continuation of the highs. And sometimes it takes slow and sometimes it doesn't. But the thing is this, as you can see, yes, we do get movements on the downside and sometimes they're a lot bigger than just 5 or 6% yesterday, right? And this is where really interesting. I actually bought gold right back here. I bought some options on the GLD back here for say a couple of year period, and I was within this the whole time. I got out around about here, and I've actually got back in just recently. So I'm actually in gold again here. But I want you to think about this here, okay? The big profits for you are going to be made by handling and by being okay with what these periods through here. You will make more money. You'll make more money by holding on long term than trying to buy, sell. So much emotion, right? So much emotion. I remember when the whole coronavirus crash situation happened at the start of the year. And same for if I go look at, say, Apple. Apple was one of my biggest winners. I bought Apple, SPY, and JP Morgan. But if I look at Apple, using what I'm talking about here, right? Apple, I actually bought Apple down the bottom. I actually got really lucky with Apple. I bought Apple on this day here. I didn't know whether it was going to be the bottom or not, but I bought Apple on this day right here. And again, I didn't know it was going to be the bottom. But I bought Apple, and guess what? When Apple ran up to around about what I said to myself, when Apple comes up and closes this gap, I'm going to be out. I got in there, got out there, 230% return. Made a lot of money on the one there, right? I had a really big position too, so I made a lot of money on that trade. But why did I get out when we were just coming off a really large correction And there's a very high probability we're likely to continue up, especially Apple, right? Apple's one of the largest companies out there. That's what made me very happy to get in Apple. Why? Because it's one of the most largest companies out there that's probably got one of the most cashed up, is sitting on the most cash out of everything out there, right? So go Apple. So that's one of the reasons why I loaded up big time with Apple, SPY, and also JP Morgan as well too. Now JP Morgan wasn't as big as Apple, but Apple was my largest position because of what I just said there. I was very confident, right? So I actually bought a 12-month option. But why did I get out here? Do you know if I actually held on to where we are right now, it would not be a 200% return, which actually was a really, 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 really good profit for me. Right now, even today, after all this here, I'd have triple the profit. Triple the profit just by letting it go after buying after a really good time. So what's this got to do with gold and silver? So if we look at gold and silver right now, we can see that we're getting a little bit of a dip through here. Okay, a little bit of a dip. And we can see, let me actually bring this off through here. So once again, guys, I'm actually in gold right now myself as well too, right? So I'm a little bit underwater with my gold position. But guys, as I've said before, I don't care about that. Because I know over the next 3, 6 months, 12 months, guess what? We're likely to start to see a continuation of this here. Why, guys? You have a guess what's going to happen over the next 12 months. Printing more money and inflation's likely to kick in and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, so we can see what's happening through here. Now, if I bring up my weekly charts, just looking at some technical analysis and what's going on here. Firstly, we see this major trend line through here. So if I actually take this, if I take this trend line, now I'm not saying this is definitely going to hold, you know, no trend line is definitely going to hold, but I'm looking at some technical analysis for you guys. Fundamentally, guys, the whole thing is like, yeah, we may get a bit of a dip on the downside. We may even get down to 1800, you know. If that's the case, I'm going to be buying more. Okay, go buy some more, right? Especially gold. Gold right now, guys, over the next 5 years is one of those, right? Why? Every successful large investor, Ray Dalio, Paul Tudor Jones, Stanley Druckenmiller, guess what they're all saying? Gold, 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 gold. Ray Dalio went from a 5% position, 5% of his portfolio in gold to 10 to 15% portfolio in gold, right? Guys, these guys who actually have something to do with the markets and actually are in the markets every day, listen to these guys. Watch what they're doing. They're so like, woo, right? They're so woo. I've just had a coffee, by the way, and I've just finished lunch after a workout, so I'm a bit excited. Why? Because when you see the forest from the trees, you can see what's happening. When you can see what's happening, you position yourself, let it go for the next couple of years, and you're gonna make some good money. Anyway, I hope you can see what I'm saying here, guys. All right, so that's where people are getting really, really sort of up and down, up and down, up and down, really up and down with their emotions about what actually happened yesterday. With me, I'm just like, this is awesome. Because sophisticated and experienced investors who have been around for a while know that when we see large pullbacks in markets such as gold, especially right now in this environment, right? Guess what? Guess what that means? That means exciting time to be getting into the market. Now, there is no right or wrong time. What the inexperienced trader is, just say for example, you actually bought here. What the inexperienced trader is, they're going to buy here hoping they're going to see this. No, wrong. That's the wrong thing to do. If you're going to buy gold, hold it for at least a couple of years. You hear what I just said there? If you're going to get in the market, stop trying to be right. Stop trying to pick the exact bottom. Okay, this is where you're losing money. This is where you're going wrong long term in the markets. You are doing the wrong thing. You're doing dissatisfaction, right? Because I'm in gold right now. I actually got in gold actually here on this day here. Right, I got in the gold here. It's like, oh yeah, and a dip. Why don't I care about that? Well, let me actually squeeze this right up. What happens if gold continues to do this? Well, I'm going to be buying more, by the way. I'm going to buy more. So I'm going to buy more. Why? Because I know over the next 12 months, 2 years, we're going to be up here somewhere. And so it doesn't matter where I get into gold. Doesn't matter where here. All I do know over the next 12 months, 2 years, I'm going to be a happy camper. Makes sense, guys? So where you are going wrong when... Now, if you're trading the market, you must have a trading system. Okay, if you're trading the markets based on a whim, you're gonna go down you're gonna go up like a big bonfire flame. Okay, so Are you ready? And what's coming next? And are you ready? Because guys, there is a thing called the calming before the storm. And you heard me say this so many times, right? The calm before the storm, the calm before the storm. This even happened with gold. This is actually what made me get into gold initially, because of what I said before about the calm before the storm. Look at this here. When the market does nothing for quite some time, we end up getting this. In fact, I got into a cryptocurrency today based on that one thing. Today, actually yesterday, I got into cryptocurrency. I bought a crypto. Well, I bought more than one, but anyway, right? Because I know when the market goes quiet for many years, we're likely to see some experienced moves up. That's why if you look at the GDXJ and GDX and silver miners, we know what's coming down the road, okay? So, are you ready? Are you ready? So even if we do get a little bit of a dip to the downside, stop trading the markets and trying to be right. You trying to be right is actually causing you to lose money. But if you position yourself in the markets and you say, you know what? I'm not trying to pick the turn right now. If you do, you're going to be out of the market real quick. You say, I'm going to position myself, and I know over the next 12 months, this position here is likely to make a really nice profit. That's all you need to worry about. What happens for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 months? Doesn't matter. Who cares? Why? Because there's a very high probability, probably over the next 5 to 10 years, we're probably likely to see a $10,000 to $20,000 gold. If Bitcoin can be a $20,000 Bitcoin, then why cannot gold be? Like, seriously? Right? And especially with the printing of money and all that sort of stuff that's happening, it's going to be really, really, really interesting to see what goes on through there. So, with the silver and gold markets, are you ready? Especially with the gold market, are you ready for what is to come? Or are you getting emotionally drawn into this one day? One day through here, right? Look at this back here. We had a big slam, didn't we? Look at this here. This was actually a 6-7% down day. Look what happened a week later. We retraced what? We actually retraced 100% of this down move, and then we slowly went sideways. So whenever you get big down bars, guys, whenever you get big down bars like this period through here, get excited. Why? Because it's exciting moves to come. And please, guys, if you trade in the markets, have a system of getting in and getting out. If you trade the markets based on a win wall, here's a support line. I'm going to buy it right now. Like I saw someone recently, they go, oh, I bought it. I did paper trading for 2 weeks and now I bought it and I got burnt. Are you serious? If you're buying gold right now, you're buying it because you believe over the next 5 years, we're going to see some massive rises in gold. And stop trying to pick it. This is causing you to go backwards. This is you hoping that the very next day is going to be up, you know, and if it doesn't go up, you're freaking out, you're getting emotional. This is causing you to go backwards long term. This is causing you to blow up your account. Place your positions, have plenty of time on your positions, let it go. Volatility is going to happen. Doesn't mean day one, just because the market doesn't go for you in day one, doesn't mean you got it wrong or doesn't got it right. Just like for you guys, right? Like I got back into gold here. So I sold gold back here. Now I got back in the gold here. So I'm a bit underwater. It doesn't matter. Why? And even if this happens, right? If this happens, people are like, yeah. If people got in the same day as me and then they got stopped out, right? They'll be like, yeah, I knew I got it right. But mine's an investing position, not a trading position, right? I have many months and many years view when it comes to gold. So we have a big drop down. People are like, yeah, I knew I got it right. John's underwater. See, he was wrong. I can't believe how much money he's losing. Blah, 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 blah. And guess what? Guess what? You're doing all that. You're having a little bit of fun. Blah, 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 blah. And then guess what? Come December 2021, and I have totally forgotten about all those comments because gold is now at 2,500. See what I'm saying there, guys? So even if this did happen, guess what? Does this matter here if the gold ends up here somewhere? No, right? No. So gold crushes. What's next? And are you ready for this? I hope you enjoyed this, guys. As you can see, that this is more of an investing approach. If you're trading the markets, but you're trading on a whim, I mean, you're just doing it because you think, man, that's the quickest way for you to throw your money out the window. But if you just hold, buy something and hold it, and just don't be afraid of the volatility, and Stop trying to be right with the markets. And what I mean by that is stop trying to hope that the very next day it's going to make you a profit. Because if you can just stop, have a good position size in the markets and relax and say, you know what? I know that I'm getting in right now and there can be a lot of volatility over the next few months. But I'm very confident over the next 12 months plus, this is going to be a really nice profit. That's all you need to worry about, okay? In the meantime, play ball. All right, guys? So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. Subscribe, like. Let me know what you think. What are you guys doing with silver and gold? Are you guys loading up even more here, or are you unloading? What are you guys thinking about doing? Also, guys, that 95% off sale ends real soon. So very first thing in the description, go get access to that. And as I said before, you get a money back guarantee as well too. So if you don't like it, get your money back, but I guarantee you will. All right, guys, speak to you soon.